Hello students and welcome to this explanation of Afrik Limited. This is a question where cost plus pricing is applied and the entity uses absorption costing. They've given us a list of costs here including direct material, direct labor, variable manufacturing overhead, fixed manufacturing overhead, some variable selling and admin costs and fixed selling and admin costs at 25 Rand listed there. In the first required part, they ask us to calculate the selling price if the markup is 50% of the cost of sales. So if we go back to the slides, you will observe that for absorption costing, the cost of sales is calculated as direct material plus direct labor plus variable manufacturing overhead plus fixed manufacturing overhead, which results in a total of cost of sales. So for the purpose of this question, we are then going to say that the direct material is 100 Rand, the direct labor is 120 Rand. So let's go and fill that out. The variable manufacturing overhead was 50 Rand, and then the fixed overhead were 50 Rand as well. Gonna add all of this together to get to the cost of sales per unit. And then they ask us to use, in the question, they ask us to use a markup of 50%. So the markup will be the 320 times 50%. And the total selling price is then the 320 plus 160. In required number B, they ask you to calculate the selling price per unit if the markup is 60% of variable overhead and variable selling and admin costs. The variable overheads were 50 Rand, the variable selling and admin costs were 20 Rand. So we're going to add those two together. That should be a total of 70 Rand. The markup is 60%, so we're going to take 70 Rand times 60% and then add these two together. 70 plus 42. For required at number C, they tell us that we need to calculate the selling price if the markup is 65% of the fixed cost. So the fixed costs were 50 Rand and 25 Rand respectively. And then the total fixed cost should have been 75 Rand. The markup is 65%, so it's 75 times the 65%. And our total selling price is then the 75 Rand plus the markup. Finally, in required number D, they ask of us to calculate the selling price if the markup is 90% of the prime cost. So the prime cost would be material plus labor. So I'm going to just add that. It's 100 Rand and 120 Rand respectively. Added together, it should be 220. The markup is 90%, so it's 220 at 90%. And then just again, it's 90% of the prime cost. So we're going to add these two together, the prime cost plus the markup. All right, so there we go. I hope that this explanation has cleared up any misunderstandings, and I will then see you in our next class.